What's up, and welcome to part 4 on our beginner treadmill workouts for weight loss series. So if you are brand new here, please go ahead and make sure that you watch all of my other previous videos, but stay tuned today because we are going to start running. Yes, we are actually going to start jogging on the treadmill, and I'm going to break everything down and guide you through a 40-minute workout and show you how it's done. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to today's workout. My name's Frank. I'm a certified personal trainer and fitness nutrition coach. I like to help you move, feel, and look better through mobility training and nutrition. And then today we've got part 4, long-awaited part 4 of my beginner treadmill workouts for weight loss series and fat loss, actually. Today, doing something completely different. It's a 40-minute workout, all right? And before I get too ahead of myself, as always, please go ahead and click that link down in the description and also down in the comment section if you'd like to just jump straight into today's workout. So what we've got, 40-minute workout. We're gonna start off with a 5-minute accelerated warm-up. What I mean by that is we're gonna get after it a little bit. We're gonna start on incline level 5. We're gonna go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna try and walk all the way up to level 10, okay? And then we're gonna hop off the treadmill. We've got a 5-minute dynamic warm-up. I'm gonna guide you through some ankle flexion and calf stretches, and then also a nice little squat stretch just to get things started, because too many times we're really tight and our body needs to get loosened up. And a lot of times if I'm going for a jog, I may do an easy mile, and then I'm gonna do some stretches, and then I'm gonna get after it. So that's kind of what we're gonna do. We're gonna get warmed up, get some blood flowing throughout the body. If you haven't seen it already, please go ahead and click this video here. It's my lower body foam rolling video. I'm probably gonna reference that video every single time because you need to massage those tight muscles, okay? Do that video first, then get into this workout. So like I said, 5-minute warm up, 5 minutes of dynamic stretching, and then the meat and potatoes of the workout is 24 minutes, okay? We're gonna do a jog, we're gonna do an exercise, and then we're gonna walk. Our walking is the cool down, okay? A lot of times you see all these treadmill workouts where you're walking the whole time. Listen, you can't do that because if you just focus on losing weight, all right, you're gonna have this, saggy looking skin. You don't want that, so you wanna make sure you're tightening up your muscles at the same time, and that's why we're gonna do a jog, run jog, we're gonna do an exercise, and then we're gonna walk. The walking's our rest break, all right? So we're gonna do that for 24 minutes. It's a 16 round or a 12 round circuit, and then we're gonna repeat it all again, 24 minutes. We got a 1-minute cool down, all right? And then we've got 5 minutes of stretching. Or 4 minutes of stretching? I think it's 4 minutes of stretching. I know what I'm doing. We'll guide you all through it. So with that being said, grab some water bottles, let's get hydrated, and let's smash today's 40-minute treadmill workout. All right, let's rock and roll. We'll hop onto this treadmill. We'll get started in just a second. So I'm gonna get hydrated, as always. And I almost forgot, 50 seconds of work, 10-second transition in between. So with this 40 minutes, we're gonna be moving for 50 seconds. And even in this warm up and the dynamic stretches, that 10 seconds is gonna give you a little bit of that transition in between. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kick a quick start on the treadmill. I'm gonna get this thing going. So for me, I'm just gonna keep it at a good, nice, I'm gonna challenge myself, a nice 3.5. So haven't even started yet. Let's go ahead and bump this speed up. We're gonna go 3.5. So we're really gonna get warmed up here. And now I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Let's hit that timer and we're rolling. So first 5 minutes, we were just walking, and then I'm actually gonna jack this incline up too. So we're gonna start at level 5. So you'll see on here, we got an incline at level 5 and a nice, I'm going at 3.5. Now again, like I said, pick a walk that you're comfortable with, all right? If you are brand new to this, do not start with this workout. You shouldn't be doing this. And also, if you do have a little bit more weight to lose, I don't recommend doing this first because I don't want people who are a little bit more overweight or especially obese running. It doesn't make sense. You need to walk. So then I highly recommend doing parts 1 and 2. Those are my walking workouts, all right? Part 3, I got into that dynamic treadmill routine where we're doing a little bit of the side steps. Actually, you could probably safely still do part 3, okay? And even part 4, all right? So, and the next 10 seconds here, we're gonna up the incline. So that's just a cue, we're getting ready. We're gonna up that incline level 6, okay? So, but for all of my workouts, anytime that you see a jog or a run involved, don't worry about it. If you're not there yet or you are not ready, go ahead and just keep walking or do an incline walk. So, but in today's workout, we are gonna get into the run jog. So if you are able to, now we're finally gonna get into some of this jogging. We're gonna keep it light. But I'm gonna challenge myself. Again, you can go on your own level. I'm gonna guide you through the speeds and everything that you need to do. So again, I love doing the incline walk. It really stimulates getting those glutes and hamstrings, because sometimes if I keep my knees bent, maybe if you even stay low, take some big strides, like if you're walking up a hill, it's gonna get your glutes and your hamstrings more. So if you're gonna be walking on a treadmill, do the best that you can to always just try and keep it on an incline. It's gonna help you get your heart rate up a little bit more and burn some more fat. All right, so we're gonna get ready. We're going incline level 7. Now again, you don't have to start at 3.5 miles an hour. If you wanna go a little bit lighter, totally cool to do that. So if you're still struggling with some of this stuff, maybe stay on 2 miles an hour, okay? Keep that speed consistent. Even if you feel like you have to hold on, go ahead and drop that speed, but try and keep the incline. And then if all hell is breaking loose, you can go ahead and drop that incline just a little bit. But remember, keep a speed at a good consistent pace that you can handle, okay? And then you don't have to worry about walking too fast. I'd rather walk at a nice moderate pace and then keep that incline going up. So we are getting through this warm up here. We just got a few more levels to go. So we start at level 5, 6, 7, and then we're gonna go 8 and 9. So level 5, level 6, level 7, level 8, level 9, and then we're gonna get into our dynamic stretches. So we're getting ready here. Boom, we're bringing this up, and we are at incline level 8, working through it. And also remember, like I said in all my other previous videos here, is work on that stride. Make sure that your feet aren't going sloppy and sideways. You want to work on your gait, your stride. So keep your feet in a nice straight line. Also, heel to toe when you're walking. Nice heel to toe. Try not to just drag your feet. Take deep breaths. Maybe even work on increasing your stride. Instead of short steps, try and pump the hands. Nice big steps. And if you wanted to, if you do have a couple of water bottles, or if you want to keep 2 dumbbells in the cradles here, feel free to keep those dumbbells in your hands, like you saw in part 2, where I had the water bottles and the dumbbells. You can use that kind of same technique. If you're just gonna even go on a walk on a treadmill, use those little extra weights. It's gonna add just a little bit more extra resistance. All right, we're bumping it up. Incline level 9. Rocking and rolling, and we're gonna go through this. So we're almost here. Again, just like I said, we're getting that heart rate up. We're getting that blood flowing. We're loosening up the legs. And again, before I do any kind of hard running or harder workout, I want to get blood flowing throughout the body. I want to stay loose. So a lot of times, maybe it's a treadmill. For me, generally, I'm doing the stair stepper. Maybe I'm doing the ski-erg. Maybe I'm just doing a light jog. But then I'm going to come back in and stretch a little bit. So first things first, like I said, do that foam rolling video first, lower body foam rolling. Prime your body to get ready for movement. Loosen up those tight muscles. Then warm it up a little bit. Maybe you just go for a 1 mile run, a baby jog, and then do some stretches. And that's what we're about to do here in just a second. So as this timer's counting down, we're getting ready. We're gonna go through our 5 minutes of dynamic stretches. So I'm gonna drop this. Got a little 10-second intermission here. Dropping this down. We're dropping the speed. And I'm just gonna go ahead and stop. Here we go. So our dynamic stretches. First, we got our calf stretch. I'm gonna show you right here. Straight leg calf stretch, single leg. Keep that other leg straight. All we're gonna do here is rock. So we're just rocking back and forth. I'm trying, a lot of times when I put my toe up, find an object or something to put your toe on and then drop the heel. Don't just put your toe on something and go forward. You won't feel it as much. Bring that toe up high. Drop that heel. And you can get a little aggressive with it. Keep that leg as straight as possible and then rock. So you're gonna feel this pulling all the way through your Achilles, the calf, the back of the hamstring. Keep that leg as straight as possible, okay? I took a seminar one time, like a 3-4 hour seminar, and there were 7 cool moves in there, and I actually knew all 6 of them. But this one, the calf stretch and the dynamic ankle flexion stretch, which I'm gonna show you after we do this, these are the 2 main ones that I got out of it, okay? So we'll rest just a second. We're gonna go to the other side, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna do those ankle flexion stretches. So same thing, what we just did. Again, we're just doing it on the other leg. Toe up, heel down. We're just rocking back and forth. Just, again, ideally when you're doing these dynamic stretches, you take it to mildly uncomfortable and then back off. Mildly uncomfortable and then back off. So And that's the beauty of it. We're looking to enhance our range of movement. So anytime I'm working out, I always love to do dynamic stretches first. And then maybe at the end of the workout, I'll do static stretching. Now, if you're like me, where I'm not a professional athlete, and if I was, that's usually those top tier athletes and competitors and powerlifters, you probably wouldn't do a lot of static stretching first. But if you're just the average general run-of-the-mill fitness kind of person, then you could do some static stretching, but preferably I like saving that for the end, okay? So all my dynamic stretches I like doing because this is preparing our body for movement. So especially if I'm gonna run hard or my legs are getting tight, I'm gonna do something just like this, all right? So dynamic calf stretch, rocking back and forth. Next one's the ankle flexion stretch. Too many times when people can't squat, it's not even necessarily mobility in their legs, is they have poor ankle flexion. So here, same thing, toe up, heel down. Now, we're gonna bend the knee, boom, and just pushing it forward. It may feel a little tight there. If you do feel a little bit of a pinchiness in here, maybe later on after you're done with this workout of going through it, just massage that top of the ankle there in the shin. So you have your anterior tibialis that runs pretty much from the top of the ankle all the way on the outside of your shin, and that's responsible for your vertical balance. But again, this area can get very, very tight, and especially if you wanna have good squats, which we're actually gonna do today, believe it or not, you want to have good ankle flexion. So I'm just pushing this knee back and forth. As it gets a little bit looser, you may even hold it there for a second and feel free if you want, move it left and right. And you're just going side to side. You can kind of play around with some of these movements. They don't have to be perfectly linear. You can kind of move it in and out a little bit, okay? And these are the kind of things I wish I did more often like 3 years ago because I tore my ACL, MCL. So me being able to even jog here on the video today is a blessing because I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to run again. So anywho, toe up, heel down, opposite side, pushing this knee. Now this is a tighter side for me. I've always, this just been kind of like a little bit of an issue for me. And a lot of times I'd always put so much pressure onto my right leg because I felt it was a little bit longer, but in all honesty, it was just tighter. And so I put a lot of pressure on my right leg. It got super tight, and especially after injuring my left knee, you know, I've really had to work on a lot of stuff. So this one's a little tight for me. I kind of feel a little uncomfortableness in there. So you might even back off a little bit. Get your thumb, literally get in tune with your body. Massage your thumb over the top of that ankle. Loosen up that tissue a little bit if you're feeling a catch or not. Then go back into that movement. So I'm pushing, loosen it up just a little bit. And sometimes just a little bit of dynamic stretching, you can go a long, long way. All right, ankle flexion, last one of my favorites, the squat stretch, okay? So literally, we're just gonna sit down in this movement. If you can't go all the way down, I want you to work on this. Now that we got our ankles and our calves loose, boom, we're just gonna sit into this move here, all right? Now, if you're too tight, you might feel that like you're getting into squat, this is all you got. You might have to get onto your toes. That's okay. You might even have to use your hands and you can't squat all the way down, completely fine. If you can, boom, push your elbows against your thighs. Have your thighs in line with your feet, and we're just rocking side to side, okay? So I can feel a little nice stretch in my shin here. I'm holding it there. From this angle here, we're down. Nice squat stretch. If you want, use your hands, even wiggle onto your toes, play around with it. Move your knees in and out, okay? You can have a lot of freedom with this move because we're gonna loosen up all the joints and our ankles, our knees, and our hips. And now this is gonna prepare us for our very first move. So we're getting loose. All right, meat and potatoes of the workout. We're getting started, hopping onto the treadmill. We are gonna start running. So, flat leveled incline, we're just gonna get the speed up. I'm gonna keep it nice and easy, all right? So we just got 5 miles an hour, going for a baby jog. Like I said in some other videos, if you wanted to walk, go ahead and walk. But we're getting into it. So I'm standing onto the balls of my feet, pumping my hands, nice stride. I'm going at 5 miles an hour, okay? And I'm gonna push myself today. Feel free not to run fast as I do, but even though this is a beginner treadmill workout, you're good. Even though this is a beginner treadmill workout, we can make it a little bit more advanced by just building up our speed. So if you're like me, you've been running for a good bit of time, feel free to bump up this speed as we go along through the workout. But if you're a beginner and you're a little bit more overweight, feel free to walk here. You don't have to jog, okay? And if you're on the intermediate side and you can handle a little bit of pressure, we're getting 50 seconds. So, treadmill off. Now, we're getting into some squats, all right? So we got the jog, we got the exercise, we got the walk. We're gonna do a squat with a pulse. Knees out, one pulse, coming up, squeezing the glutes. From the side, I'm sitting. One pulse at the bottom, coming up, pelvic thrust forward, clench your butt cheeks, thighs, hamstrings, quads, everything is tight and engaged, all right? A lot of times when people are doing squats, they just relax completely. You don't want to do that. You want constant time under tension, so we're squeezing our glutes, hamstrings, quads, sitting into this move, clenching our butt cheeks literally, and getting the squat. So with this treadmill workout, we're hopping off, we're working out a little bit harder, training our body, because we're gonna do some push-ups, leg raises, and lunges later. All right, so we're getting in our squats, squeezing our glutes. I wanna feel a burning sensation in my legs the whole time, all right? Nice squeezes, contract, boom, back onto the treadmill. And we are walking. So hit quick start, get this thing moving. We got the 10-second transition, and then we're just gonna walk. Now I would say if you can, let's go with the incline, 5. Incline 5, and then I'm gonna go 3.5, all right? So when you're walking, this is our rest break right now. We are resting. If this is too much, drop the speed a little bit, okay? Try that incline on level 5. We're gonna try and stay incline level 5 the whole time. Okay, we got that light little incline, we are walking, all right? Now, when we start running, we're gonna drop that incline, and then we're gonna pick up the speed, okay? As I guide you along this treadmill workout series, we're gonna do all sorts of crazy stuff, but sometimes we might even run at an incline. Not today, we're not there yet. This is part 4, maybe part 10, we'll get into something like that, all right? So we're gonna get ready. We have our 10-second transition coming up. I'm dropping the incline down, the 1, or actually to 0, and I'm bumping up the speed. So I started at 5, I'm gonna go 6. Now, I would say if you wanna bring it up a half mile an hour, that would be fine, okay? So again, I'm on the balls of my feet. I have a nice stride, pumping my hands. If you wanna increase your stride, you can push off the balls of the feet a little bit more, but don't try and short and choppy steps. Work on that stride, okay? So we're gonna eventually have 8 rounds of running. I would probably strongly suggest just going up half a mile an hour. So if you started at 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, and then 8 and 8.5. That would be, you know, a little moderate in my opinion. If you've been jogging a little bit, it's not too crazy and it should push you a little bit. 50 seconds of running, just like we're doing now. So we got our jog. About to go into our 10-second transition. We're gonna hop off of here in just a second. Boom, hit the stop button, and we are back. We are going down to the ground. We got push-ups. If you're any client of mine, brand new to training, you know you need to be doing push-ups. So if we're a beginner, we're here on our knees. Knees down, shoulders above the wrist. We're lowering the body down. Inhale, breathe in. Press. Imagine like you're squeezing the ground together. Adduct the elbows, squeeze the chest. And again, 3/4 of a bend. Inhale on the way down, breathe in. Exhale, press and squeeze. I'm contracting the chest, okay? I'm on my knees. If you're intermediate, go for it. Keep the body level. Inhale on the way down, pause. Bring the elbows in, squeeze, all right? If you're having a hard time with it, negative on the way down, then drop your knees and then press. If you have to, you can kind of prone cobra, reset, but make sure when you're coming down, either here on your knees, you gotta get this negative. Keep the hips and the back flat, keep everything straight in alignment. Squeeze, press, all right? Transition. We're going back for a rest break. We're walking back onto the treadmill. Hit the quick start button. Again, I'm gonna keep it incline level 5, walking at 3.5. This is the only time, oops. This is the only time where you can absolutely feel free. Oh, it took a little bit to get going, but feel free to do what you're comfortable with here, because this is technically your rest break, but you know, the rest break, I like to work a little bit. So in my eyes, if I was gonna be using a treadmill, I would do something like this, because honestly guys, walking gets old and there's so much more you can do. So that's why I wanted to do something completely different. I haven't seen too many workouts like this, honestly, to be completely frank with you. I haven't even browsed to see what kind of all the treadmill workouts are out there, because I just think this is better. So anywho, we're walking incline level 5, walking at 3.5 miles an hour, and then drop the incline all the way down, and we're gonna be running. So I'm gonna go to 7. Now feel free to stay at the same speed. You don't always have to bump up the speed, okay? This is a beginner workout, but you don't have to run as fast as I do. So I did get a little head start here, and I'm just going for 50 seconds. Now I'm gonna try the best as I possibly can to keep this speed increasing every mile an hour, starting from 6. So we'll see how far I go. But again, nice strides. You want something comfortable. As you can see, I can still maintain a conversation and say my first and last name. So if you can't, you're going too hard. And especially in this beginner treadmill series, you don't need to be kicking your ass. Like too many times people are jogging and running on a treadmill and they can't barely breathe and they're sugar burning. So you're using that glycolytic energy system. And if you're brand new to training, you don't need to tap into that just yet. You want to be more oxidative, fat burning, okay? So we're almost there. We got a 10-second transition coming up. Boom. And we are going down. So if you'd like and you're running fast, you can use your hands to hop off, slowly step off. We got some alternating reverse lunges. But we're gonna keep the steps short. We're not coming all the way up, so we're dropping back. 90% of the weight's on the heel. When I come up, I'm pushing off the heel, stepping forward, keep the knees soft, and then go right back down. Too many times people are just coming up and taking a rest break. I want you to keep constant time under tension. Heel, knee is on top of the heel. I'm stepping, I'm staying low. My glutes and my quads, hamstrings are all engaged, pushing through that heel, and I'm stepping, I'm alternating. It's the alternating reverse lunge. One of my favorite moves to start off if you're brand new and you're a beginner to training, because we can safely step back and we can lunge without putting too much pressure on our legs. But I'm staying low. When I do it like this, even when I do my forward walking lunges, I look funky. But again, I'm keeping constant time under tension on my legs here. Bringing it back, boom. All right, we're back on the treadmill, we are walking. I'm gonna hit that quick start a little earlier. All right, sometimes these things take a little bit to get going. So we got incline level 5, walking at 3.5, getting this going. So again, I built in some 10-second transitions here, so it's not bad. So you're gonna get a little bit of time in between. And again, if you're feeling a little out of breath, just when you get to the walking portion, just cool it, just take it easy. So, and if you don't have a heart rate monitor, click the link down in the description. You can check out this Samsung Galaxy 3. I have the 2, but the 3 is the newest one out. It's kind of cool, it tracks your heart rate. Where's mine at? It says 83. Hold on a second. I don't think that's accurate yet, it's a little bit higher. Measure. I don't think I have it on tight enough. All right, so we're gonna get ready. We're gonna jog in just a second here. We're gonna bump it up. Trying to track my heart rate. Actually, I didn't even start the workout yet, so. All right, and we're gonna bump it up. So, what we do? 5, 6, 7, we're on 8. And I'm going a little bit more. See the incline stub, I'm gonna drop that incline, just so we can be on the same page here. So, now again, like I recommended, maybe go up half a mile an hour, or stay at the same speed, and every other time you jog, you can go ahead and then bump up that speed every other time. So maybe you do it 5 miles an hour for the first 2 jogs, and then 5.5, and then 6 and 6.5. You don't have to go up a mile per hour every time. And heck, you might even just keep it at the half mile an hour, or maybe just up 0.2 or even 0.1. Play around with it. Make this workout your own, okay? You don't have to do things exactly like I say. Just use me as a guide. So, nice strides. Got our jog. Boom, hopping off. And we're moving down. So here we go. We got our reverse crunch. Probably my #1 favorite ab exercise if you're new to training is the reverse crunch. Hey Arlo, come here, bud. Come here, you gonna help? Flat on the back. Knees at 90 degrees. Bring the knees in. Lift the hips. Arlo, gotta make your appearance, huh? And then we're just gonna lift and then bringing it up, okay? Now, if you're a little bit more advanced or you feel good, inhale on the way down, breathe in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, lift. Arlo. Inhale on the way down. Exhale, lift. If you're brand new and you're a beginner, drop the knees. Arlo, that's a lot of love. And then bring the knees up and then lift. Heel tap on the ground. Inhale on the way down, keep the core tight. Exhale, lift. I take in that deep breath of air in the bottom to expand the diaphragm to keep the lower back and the core tight so it doesn't put too much pressure on my lower back. Arlo! And then I'm just bringing it in and out. Oh man, you're making my day, huh, Bubs? All right, you ready? Gotta go back on the treadmill. All right, so here we go. We're back, we're walking, starting the second circuit. So here we go. Nice walk. Level 5 incline. And we are walking 3.5 miles an hour. 3.5 is kind of like my magic speed here. Maybe once in a while I might try 3.7 or 4, but you know, I don't do a lot of power walking. If I'm gonna go at any kind of quicker speed, I'm just gonna go ahead and jog, all right? So, that was the first circuit or the first round, and then we're gonna do it all over again. So we're gonna run, squat, walk, run, push up, walk, run, lunge, walk, run, leg raise, walk, cool down, and then we're gonna stretch. And we're getting through it, so we're halfway through the workout. We are rocking and rolling. Here we go. So I'm gonna drop this incline. We're getting ready. Got our 10-second transition. Let's bump it up, boys and girls. Here we go. Again, you don't have to run as fast as I am, but I'm trying to hold true to my word. I'm in level 9, or 9 miles an hour. So a lot of this stuff, like interval training, is some of the best training you can do for fat loss. When you build up your endurance, I would hate to see you try and run 9 miles an hour for like 5 or 6 minutes. Just go ahead and do it for short bursts. You want to work on that fast twitch muscle fibers, and that's what we're doing here. So as I'm sprinting, I'm on the balls of my feet. Imagine like my arms are cutting glass. They're at 90 degrees. My hands are pumping opposite hands to feet. You can use your hands and use that stride to help generate a little bit more momentum as you're running. Or maybe not momentum, but really carry you through the sprint, all right? So pumping my hands, boom, hopping off. We are back, and we are squatting. So now if you're a little bit more advanced, instead of the squat with the pulse, which I'm doing right here, I'm squatting, pulsing, we can little squat pops. Down and up, pushing through it, all right? If you can't, just try the pulse. If that's too much, just a regular squat, okay? But again, when I'm doing these moves, this can be a beginner workout, but again, feel free if you're intermediate, all right? You can still do some of these moves and challenge yourself. Just make sure if you're gonna do these jumps that you have the form. I don't wanna see you jumping with the knees coming in. Squat, knees are out, light pop, up and down. Pushing off the balls of the feet. If you can't, right here is perfectly fine. Getting that squat pulse. Again, I'm thrusting the hips forward, clenching the butt cheeks, squeezing the glutes, all right? Work with me here. Nice squeeze, nice control. Little break, how you doing, Bubs? How you doing, Bubs? All right, and we are back on the treadmill. We're walking, level 5, and speed 3.5. Here we go. How you feeling? Hopefully you're getting a good sweat like I am. So like I said, you can take any beginner workout that I have on my channel. You can click this right here. If you're like getting total knockout TKO from this, you maybe try some of my other beginner workouts. But anytime, if you want to take it up a notch, instead of the knee push-up, do a push-up. Instead of the squat, you're ready, do a light pop squat, plyo squat, jump squat, lunge, drop lunge, plyo lunge. You can always make things a little bit harder, okay? So we're picking it up. I'm gonna go for 10. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna drop the speed down, or not the speed, drop the incline, increase the speed, and I might start getting a little out of breath. We're working here. So we're going for 10 miles an hour. Now I'd say this is a good pace. You know, if I'm getting a nice sprint, this isn't all out, but I'm definitely moving. So, now I don't recommend you playing with your phone or your watch when you're doing sprints, but just kind of want to see where my heart rate's at. Oh, wait a second. So nice pumps. I'm on the balls of the feet. We're getting a nice jog. Feel free to walk here if it's too much, like I said. You don't have to do these runs, but if you want to get the most out of the workout and you can handle it, start off at least like 5 miles an hour or even 4 miles an hour. Just get in a nice jog, 4 or 5 miles an hour. Keep the pace easy. As you build up, you'll be able to go a little bit faster. Woo! All right. So we're down onto the ground. We're getting ready for push-ups. All right. I guess when I'm running fast, I think I can get my heart rate. All right. So Knee push-ups, shoulders over the wrist. Back is flat, elbows out, dropping them down. Press back up and squeeze if you're feeling good. Right here, plank position, big negative. All the way down, beginner, advanced, I don't care. Then use your knees. Press back up. You're 20 to 30% stronger on the negative, okay? So if you can focus on that eccentric movement, even if you can't press back up and then use your knees to help you back up, it's gonna make a world of difference. So we're dropping it down, boom, using the knees, press back up. This is a great beginner move to get strong. And if you're a little bit more advanced, just go ahead and negative, and then press and squeeze, contract the chest. Dropping it down, and then press back up and squeeze. Nice. Woo, this is good, huh? So, if you're doing this workout and you're brand new, you're probably getting a pretty good sweat. Now, I am getting a great workout just because of the fact I had just decided to step this thing up. So, all right, let's get this thing going. Already wasting time. All right, 5 incline, speed 3.5. We got a few more rounds. We're almost there, guys. Keep it up. Like I said, if you're having a hard time with these runs, don't run, just walk. Like I would stay right here before you go back to the exercise. So if you're just like exhausted, keep the incline at 5, keep the speed between 2 and 3.5, maybe 4 tops, I would say, and then just walk it out and do a 2-minute walk instead. All right. So we are getting ready. We are rolling right through this. Here we go. I'm gonna drop the incline. Man, we're gonna increase the speed. We're going for 11. You're not gonna hear me talk too much because I'm starting to work now, so here we go. Like I said, you don't have to run fast. Run at your own speed. Run comfortably. But again, I'm trying to challenge myself, so, you know, interval sprints are just great. I love them. They burn a lot of calories. They give me that lean athletic look. And that's why we're here in the first place, right? We want a flat stomach. So, whew, moving right along, 20 more seconds. Let's keep pushing through. Keep up with the nice strides. Staying on the balls of your feet. Pumping through. Almost there. We're moving. Woo, nice. Popping on off. We're getting there, we're getting there. So, here we go. We're gonna get ready. We got our alternating reverse lunges. All right, so we're dropping back, stepping up, dropping down. Yes, you should be feeling tired. If you just did a run or a sprint, this is where we challenge ourselves. This is where we push ourselves. Because too many times when we're done on there, we're just gonna wanna stop and rest or take a step off of the treadmill. But here, we're working. A little bit more advanced, feel free. A little power lunge. If you're getting tired, together drop. Together drop. Arlo, chill buddy. Arlo loves to greet people. So we're dropping back. Nice squeezes. Coming back and forth. We're just staying low. Keeping those glutes and those legs engaged. Working right through it. Boom, nice. All right, we're back on the treadmill. We're walking again. Again. 5 incline, 3.5 walk. Definitely try and keep the 5 incline no matter what level of fitness you're at. But again, maybe keep it at 2, even 1.5. You know, I had a lady one time, she could barely keep walking. A little overweight, 300 pounds. We were doing my beginner treadmill workout, believe it or not, part 1. And we were at 1.5 miles an hour, incline 10. When you're 300 pounds, this shit's hard. So again, doesn't matter what level of fitness you're at, just stay in tune with my content. If you have any questions, please just feel free to comment down below. Let's have a conversation, let's chat about it. Shoot me a DM on Instagram, I'd be more than happy to help, all right? Whew, all right, we're getting towards our final push. We got 12, so like I said, if you're brand new, 5, 4, 6 miles an hour, tops. All right, but if you can handle it, and you're where I'm at, let's try and run a little faster. So we're gonna go for 12. Let's see what we got. 50 seconds, nothing too wild. This is where we challenge ourselves. Pumping the hands, staying on the balls of the feet. Nice strides. But surprisingly, I can still carry on a small conversation. So, 30 seconds to a minute, I can keep pushing, but if I have to run longer than that, I'll be severely out of breath. All right, so last stretch, 15 seconds. Keep pushing through. As you can see, I'm not trying to slap my feet on the treadmill. I'm just trying to stay light. Pushing off the balls of the feet. Woo! Woo, all right. Rock and roll, getting into our final move here, reverse crunches. So like I said, Carla, you're gonna help? You like abs, don't you? Come here, bud. All right, come here. All right, so knees to the chest, exhale. Drop the legs down, heel tap, all right? You can keep the hands behind the head if you want, just a little bit, just to kind of support the neck. Dropping the heels, touching the ground. Knees up, try and get that hip lift, especially from here to here with that hip lift. That's where you can get that deep contraction in the abdominals, okay? Exhale. Inhale, breathe in. If you're feeling stronger, exhale. Inhale, kick those legs out, hover them. Hover the legs. Exhale, squeeze. Bring those legs out. Nice stretch on the way down. Exhale and squeeze. Inhale, breathe in. That most important part is that hip lift. That's where you're gonna get that deep contraction into the abdominals. Dropping it down. Boom. All right, we are back. We are walking for a rest break. Back on the treadmill. We're almost there, guys. So we're walking incline level 5, 3 miles an hour, 3.5. We got our walk, this is it. We're walking, and then we're gonna do our cool down, and then we got 5 minutes of stretching, and we are home sweet home. So like I said, you don't have to run that fast, but since I'm filming this workout for you, I figured I'd push myself a little bit. So even if you're beginner and advanced, this is the best, one of my favorite ways. I'm not saying it's the best, there's a lot of different ways to get in shape, but it's a really great way to slowly build up your speed. As I can see, we spent 10 minutes just warming up. I mean, you can even say 15 minutes because we weren't running fast, but if you're really trying to condition and loosen up those legs, really foam roll, warm up, dynamic stretch, and then gradually work the speed. Don't just hop on a treadmill and run 10 miles an hour. You're gonna get some tight muscles. All right, so let's drop down the incline. Incline 0. Speed, drop it a mile, drop it a half mile an hour. I'm gonna go to 3, I'm chilling. This is my cool down, all right? Make sure I didn't drink any water in this workout, holy crap. All right. 30 more seconds, we're gonna stretch it out. So I hope you enjoyed that workout. It's pretty killer. This is part 4. It's what you've all been waiting for. Even in a beginner workout, doesn't matter where you're at in your fitness journey, you can always get a great sweat. But again, remember to push yourself. This isn't comfortable, okay? If it was, everybody would do it. So we're about to hop off. We're gonna go through our stretches. We're gonna get rolling. So first stretch. We're off of here. We're gonna do our single leg. I'm gonna take my shoes off just because I just feel a little bit more in tune with my body when I do that. So shoes off on the yoga mat. And we got our single leg lying hip flexor quad stretch. So lying right here, bringing one leg back, okay? This can get pretty hard. This might be the only mobility you have. So stay here. And then work on dropping this elbow and relaxing. Dropping that elbow down. I'll do this on the other side and we're coming up. As you get better, bring that arm out, drop the shoulder and come up. Dynamic stretch this, okay? Drop the shoulder. Once you can get the shoulder, now rock and open and then relax, because generally this is pretty uncomfortable. And a lot of times people's legs are coming up, but here and then boom. Open, and then when you get to the point where you can just sit there, I got a little arch in my back, my legs are tight, I'm not gonna lie, but just try and relax. This is at the end of the workout where I do enjoy static stretching, because I can really just let my body melt into the floor and just sit here and relax. So we're gonna transition, we're gonna do our other leg, and we're gonna stretch. So Like I said, on this single leg lying hip flexor quad stretch, bring one leg back, okay? Work the elbow to the hand, to the elbow. Hand, elbow. As you get better, bring that arm out, hand, shoulder. My right leg's really tight, as you can see. Hand, shoulder. Then as you get the shoulder down, you're here, now open. Just kind of like an open book or something. Bringing the arm out and just open it up and then relax. So again, your knee may be coming off the ground. If it is, try and just maybe even drive an elbow back, but slowly work here. Once you get to a nice sweet spot, I'll get my hands and I'll push my body, because generally we're all contorted. So push yourself back into alignment. Relax and just stretch. This can get peaceful over time, okay? But I promise you, when I was deadlifting over 400 pounds, it felt like my psoas or my groin was gonna explode. It felt like a guitar string was gonna pop because I wasn't doing these stretches, okay? So you gotta do these stretches. All right, next move, we got our pigeon. One of my favorite things I ever got out of yoga was the pigeon pose. So basically we're gonna start off just kind of like this half pigeon here. I like to add in a dynamic stretch too, because most of the times when a lot of people are doing this when they're new, they're tight. So we're gonna go here, we're gonna rock back and forth. And we're gonna kind of stretch into it. So if you're super tight, you might bring that foot back. But on this pigeon stretch, I mean, if you're really more advanced, you can bring that foot forward to enhance the stretch, but just, you know, maybe about 45 degrees, rock back and then come up. Rock back. Once you can get to that sweet spot, try and keep the hips in alignment. Watch that toe from turning out. Stay onto the ball of the foot. Maybe even point the toe now. Reach the hands out. And then slowly drop and then coming up. Thread the needle. Drop the arm through. I love doing this variation because it really pulls on my glutes and my lower back. But you may just stay here on your forearms. You may try and drop all the way out and drop down. Feels real good, all right? Next one. We're doing the pigeon stretch on the other side. So foot forward, again, dropping that foot. This is my tighter side, so you can see my glutes not even touching the ground. I want to try and get it down, but I'm just going to drop. So I might inhale and then exhale. Inhale, exhale. Again, imagine your body just like melting to the floor, sinking into these movements. Hold it here. If it feels good, hold it there for a second. If it doesn't, back off and then drop into it. Do that dynamic stretch. You ready? You can drop the arms forward, hanging out here. You want to go a little bit more? Bring the hands all the way out in front. Nice deep stretch. Really rocking through. Throw in the thread the needle, drop the arm in through the shoulders. Again, my form's not perfect. My body's tight, just like yours probably is, but that's why we're doing this. All right, last move. We're gonna get into our frog stretch. Really good for the inner thigh, the adductors, the groin. So we're just gonna bring these knees out, okay? Knees out wide, and then I'm just gonna sit the hips and the butt back and then come forward. Sitting the hips and the butt back and coming forward. From the side here, my knees are out. I'm just dropping back, sitting into it. Because this might be plenty, this might be all you got. So we're just dropping, again, knees are out. I'm sitting the hips and the butt back. Just really trying to pull in that stretch. I might even drop the hands to the side. Drop into that, thread the needle through here. Pushing through the side. Again, I'll show you the other angle. We're down. Sitting the hips and the butt back, dropping the head. Reaching across, stretching those lats. Play around with it. You're getting the inner thighs and the groin. Pushing those hips and the butt back, rocking forward. But also we're loosening up the lats. Whew, all right. Great job on completing today's workout. I'm super impressed that you made it here with me. We followed it all the way through. So again, feel free to subscribe, click that notification bell so you never miss any of my latest content. I'm putting out weekly workouts for you so you can get in the best shape of your life. Also, please feel free, comment down below. If you have any questions, you've got any feedback from my videos or anything else you'd like to see, let me know. Let's have a conversation. I'd love to help you out, all right? And really, in all honesty, if you can, please share this video. This was my best treadmill workout I've put out yet to date. I really enjoyed it. I got a hell of a workout. I hope you did too. share this with a friend or family member that can really benefit from this information. And until next time, I can't wait to see you trying out my next workout.
I keep on working, got purpose and worth. Music's my cure and this world is my purse. Get rid of this curse with every verse. Of course I've been hurt, but some have been much worse. Leave me alone, get out of my head. Block out the opinions until I am dead. They all go to speak, but you listen instead. Listen some more and you'll cease to regret. I keep on working, I got it on track. You gonna see my name up on a flag. I sail this ship and I'll never come back. I keep this bitch on the line to attack. Never look back, I make a record like Crash. Top of my bracket I smash, hot like a pack. I'm about to stack it like cash. It's gonna happen so fast. Never change myself.